Silver is a fantastic asset to have, but it's not necessarily something that's going to change your life in terms of financial benefit and boon. But what it can do, and what it has done for me, is change the way that you view money and savings and preservation of wealth. So today, we're going to examine that and see what it really means to invest in gold and silver. Everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a warm welcome to you all joining me for another precious metal ramble. We're going to have a little bit of a down-to-earth discussion about how silver can potentially change your life, but maybe not change your financial future and life in a significant enough way. We're not going to become millionaires from investing in gold and silver. It's very, very important to remind you that I'm not presenting financial advice. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about shiny things here on YouTube. And this is going to be a collection of my thoughts, tips, hints, and tricks as they relate to me, and it might be very different for you. As we go throughout the video, if you are enjoying our presentation, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. And one last mention, our 1 ounce channel bars are live on our website. At the time of filming, there's only, I think, 15 of these left. So really very limited amounts left right now. Links down below to our website. If you want to get in touch directly, we can do a little bit of a better price than the website price by cutting out PayPal. So please visit backyardbullion.com. Links down in the description below, and any support that you can give for our channel bars is greatly appreciated. So the premise here, and it's, I think going against quite a lot of people's opinions on silver, is that investing in silver and gold to some extent, but silver always, I think, is the one that gets the most bad rep from this. Investing in this stuff is going to make us rich. We're going to become almost rich overnight when silver finally breaks out. And I've certainly started to see quite a lot more videos of late pop up on my feed about how silver is drastically undervalued right now relative to gold. That ratio is stretching in favor of silver being the thing to buy. And I won't disagree that at the moment, with gold being over £1,500 an ounce, and for those in America, that's over $2,000 an ounce, compared with silver's relatively cheap feeling, £20 an ounce or $25 an ounce. It does seem like it's a potentially undervalued asset that might very well go up considerably in the future. What a lot of people don't necessarily understand is that one of the big mantras about silver going to hundreds of dollars an ounce or more, thousands of dollars an ounce, with this massive configuration of the wealth system, that's not going to happen. I mean, it might happen, don't get me wrong. I could be completely wrong on that front, and if I am, so be it. I will be quite the happy chappy. I have a bunch of silver, and it will be quite the windfall day. But that's not likely to happen. The only real scenario where I see something like that happening is when there's a real complete devaluation of currency. And unless you've got all of your money in one particular asset, which is probably one of the worst things that you could do in any kind of financial investment portfolio, then yeah, maybe you'll actually have some life-changing sums of money. But to be quite frank, it's so unlikely for your average stacker. You're going to have quite the significant amount of bankroll. Now, that said, and me being quite pessimistic about that kind of thing, I do still feel that there's a really good place for silver in any kind of portfolio right now. As I said at the start of the video, I do firmly believe that it is an undervalued asset right now. It's a diversification tool for any big portfolios, and it's certainly something to really think very hard about before getting into, because if you are getting into this for short-term gains, be prepared for short-term losses. It's very, very unpredictable, the market, and you're not necessarily going to get those returns that perhaps are touted on various different social media platforms out there. As well, just remember the huge sort of media bias that there sometimes is on various platforms. Here on YouTube is a prime example. There's a lot of hype hysteria and clickbait style videos where realistically the only reason that somebody is talking about a particular subject, like $1,000 ounce silver or imminent breakouts of silver, is really because there's a lot of ad revenue dollars behind some of these videos, and that's very, very much something to factor in. However, as much as I'm being a pessimist about silver, about it being a vehicle to make you thousands and thousands of dollars, life-changing sums of money. I mean, what is life-changing sums of money? In fact, I remember reading, actually hearing, in fact, I think it was on the radio recently, there was a change in the law in the UK for one of these like radio broadcast quizzes, or not quizzes, competitions where you could win £100,000. And I think a local court ruling had ruled that the advertising of that was now no longer allowed to say life-changing sum of money, because they deemed £100,000, so probably about $130,000, $140,000, is not life-changing. And for a lot of people, that is a significant amount of money. So we've got to really define what life-changing is when it comes to precious metal investing, the changes in the values of these things, and how, of course, we're going to get the money out at the other end if we are looking to really cash that in and make some difference in our lives by, I don't know, buying a new house, upgrading your car, or things like that, that really do change the way we live our lives. And I don't think that silver is the right vehicle for people to aspire to change their lives. But what it does do, and this is the most important part of my entire journey of stacking, is it changes your outlook on basically the monetary system and how we, as a society, as a civilization, as a Western culture, really do have and view money and savings. And I do feel that that's what's changed most in me. When I got started in this whole game of silver in 2015, this is before I started making videos on YouTube, I bought silver as a specific investment. I had the buy price that I'd bought them for, and I understood that there was a small premium on top of them, and it was pre-Brexit, so there was all this lovely, VAT-free stuff coming from Europe, and it was, I think I bought some coins at £11 an ounce. It was ridiculous. And so I would track the spot price of silver, thinking, well, that's what I'm going to get when I sell it. I didn't think about anything about selling on eBay or premiums or anything like that. I was like, this is my investment, this is my responsibility, this is what I'm going to do. And it really got me thinking, and eventually, of course, starting to make videos and finding more videos out here on YouTube, I got more into this whole idea of just having some of this stuff as that hedge, as that backup, as that insurance policy in case the value of my currency, the pound, decided that it was going to take a nosedive. And I think that's the biggest change for me right now. So back when I got started, I was very happy to look to sell my silver at some point. I had a target in place, so I had about an average of about £12 an ounce, I reckon, for my first batch of about 100 ounces of silver. And I was like, well, if it gets to £14 an ounce spot price, that's it. I'm going to cash out. I'm going to make £2 an ounce. That's going to be a nice little profit on what I've put in. Perfect. Done. And that was what I wanted to do. Then move that money onto something else, and that would be my whole journey of stacking done. But of course, it sucks you in. It brings you in, and this whole new ethos and way of thinking evolved within my own sort of personal outlook on finances and investing and having this diversification. I researched, I enjoyed reading about different types of gold and silver that you can get into and how those can vary very differently. And then, of course, I looked into the sort of second-hand markets and how we can look to perhaps sell these things. And, it was very, very enlightening to really kind of get this whole process going. And it's a whole package that changed the way I look on things. And now, of course, you look back and quite frankly, quite honestly, I could not tell you how much investment silver is in my stack. It's just something that I am happy to use as a savings mechanism. If I have, just a 1 ounce coin that I've bought here to showcase on YouTube at some point, then it's just added to the stack and it's just a savings vehicle, savings mechanism. I'm not worried about the pounds, pennies and pence of that, because I have a certain budget each month that I put into it, and it's really kind of changed the way that I look at it. It's like a savings account. It really is. Like just any old savings account you'd have on any bank. That's what I view silver and gold as. And that's the biggest sort of change, the fundamental shift that I think has changed my life, and my life for, I think, the better as well, because I do feel in the craziness that's happened since late 2019, early 20, that we're now in this massively different world than where we were before. And it really does now pain me to think, well, I could look to sell, a lot of these coins I've got, this Griffin here, I could find the exact price. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head right now, but it's approximately £150 that I paid for this. On the second-hand market, these are going £400. I could quite happily sell that, let's call it £350, undercut the market a little bit, get that sold, have that doubling of profit minimum, if not more. But part of me really doesn't want to. I don't want to let go of this stuff because I know that it holds more value over a longer period of time. And that shift, that fundamental change in my outlook and my thinking is in what my opinion is going to change my life for the better in terms of finances. So rolling this back round to that first premise here, that investing in silver is not going to make you rich overnight. It's not going to have life-changing sums of money. You know, it might do. Yeah, I could be wrong. There could be some huge upticks in the silver price and we could go thousands of dollars an ounce and we could all be millionaires, like Del Boy says in Only Fools and Horses. But that's very unlikely. But what is likely is if you get yourself into gold and silver in a responsible way, you will change the way that you view money and the way you view savings and the way that you view the accumulation of wealth and the protection of wealth over time. And that is invaluable. That is the most valuable thing that anybody can give you. And that is what's going to change fortunes over a long period of time, in my opinion. It's important to remind you all that this is just me rambling at the camera, not financial advice. Everybody's situation is going to be different, so please do factor that in. But I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. It's one of the reasons we make this style of video just a little bit out of the norm. We're not here to jump on bandwagons of $1,000 an ounce silver and immediate breakouts imminent. We're here to just have a little bit of an honest chat about the way things are as they come from somebody who's a cup half empty kind of guy. And that's me. So I'd love to know what you think. Comment down below. If you are interested in our channel bars, as I said at the start of the video, they are linked down in the description below to our website. Every single one hallmarked from the Edinburgh Assay Office, 1 ounce of 909 fine silver, every single one individually poured and stamped with beautiful individual ripples and serial numbers on the side, mintage of 100. All the information is on our website. Go and check them out. As I said, there's about 15 of them left at the moment, and once they're gone, they are gone. And of course, any support that you can give our channel is much appreciated. Otherwise, the other support you can give the channel is subscribing, because nearly 70% of all the views on all the videos that I do are from people who are not subscribed. And if you've enjoyed the content, there's a good chance you'll enjoy things we make in the future. Otherwise, that is it from me. A big thank you to you all for watching. We'll see you on the next one. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.